A fire broke out at the Mahdia Secondary School dormitory minutes after midnight on May 21. It claimed the lives of 20 children, 19 girls, and 1 boy. And when the Mahdia Fire Service was called upon to provide assistance, they did not have key equipment such as breathing apparatus and cutting tools to respond to the fire. There was also not enough firefighters, and those available had to contend with a 12-year-old fire tender that had a number of deficiencies, and there was inadequate supply of water, which resulted in firefighters experiencing setbacks during the response. But despite this, officer in charge of the Mahdia Fire Station, Ryan Scott, told the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the Mahdia tragedy that the Mahdia Fire Station was in a position to effectively respond to the fire. He, however, agreed with attorney Kim Kai Thomas, who is one of the commissioners of the inquiry, that if the necessary tools were available at the time, the response would have been better.
From your knowledge, has there been any attempt, whether by the regional authorities or initiated by anyone, to look at lessons learned from this tragedy?
On the fire service part, we installed smoke detectors and
talking about sitting down and getting reports from the various agencies who were involved, what worked, what didn't work, what was good, what was bad, and therefore in future we have a contingency plan that if something was to happen, whether, God forbid, at a hotel or a school or a hospital, there are certain things that you expect persons would have learned from this tragedy, so they don't repeat the same.
No, sir. There was no discussion on that. No, sir.
Thank you.
The Commission of Inquiry further heard from Scott that Mahdia Region 8 does not have landline service. As such, he said in the event of a fire, reports are made to his personal cell phone. Now, he said there are 2 numbers which were assigned to the fire station by local service provider Digicel. This, Scott said, was put in place after the fire.
Between May 2022 to now, I want you to identify for us what items listed here have been provided to your station, if any.
We have a sledgehammer, a bolt trapper. We have axe. We have fireman axe, felon axe. We have.
So those came to you after?
Yeah. Yes, branches. 2 additional branches.
Tell me something. What about the breathing apparatus? That has been provided yet?
No.
Do you have more trained personnel provided to the stations?
They're currently they started about training with the personnel. I think 9 persons from Mahdia
are being trained.
Into training.
According to Scott, the Mahdia Fire Station was informed about the fire at the Mahdia Secondary School dormitory some 15 minutes after it had started. Upon arrival to the scene, he said the building was already engulfed in flames. As such, he said firefighters immediately went into rescue action after learning that persons were trapped in the building. But during this process, while efforts were being made to put out the fire, Scott said the tender ran out of water.
There was a mobile pump on the appliance. I took out the mobile pump.
By appliance, you mean the truck?
The truck, yes, sir. Give it to the auxiliary personnel and off-duty firefighters to proceed to a trench that was probably about 600 feet away from the fire scene. And I then took the fire truck and went about 2 miles to shuttle water to continue firefighting operation by the time they lift water from the water source.
Were you able to shuttle water?
Yes, sir.
Where did you go to shuttle this water?
On the airstrip road, a place called Miami.
Okay. And were you able to fill the tank back with water?
Yes, sir.
And how long did this operation take?
Probably about 8 to 10 minutes.
Scott further told the inquiry that just months before the fire at the dormitory, the Guyana Fire Service carried out inspections at public buildings in the community, during which the school dormitory was inspected. Following the inspection, he said it was determined that there was no fire alarms, fire or smoke detectors in the building. As such, he said a series of recommendations were made to ensure that this is addressed in the event of a fire. This include the removal of grills from the dormitory windows, ensuring all exit doors are easily accessible, display of exit signs, and the display of instructions throughout the building outlined on what actions can be taken in the event of a fire. And although a report was prepared and submitted, Scott said little to no action was taken to ensure that the recommendations were implemented. Public hearings into the Commission of Inquiry continue on Thursday. Reporting for the newsroom, Sharda Bacchus.